more about that breaking cycles life. Now, for today's encouragement, it's actually pretty funny because it seems as if I should just be reiterating the fact that we should love one another, right? But yes, it's from Mark 12, verses 29 to 31. And it says, Jesus answered him, "The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your mind and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. And the second like it is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these." He says it again. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and then love your neighbor as yourself. Now, if we are supposed to look deeper into these two scriptures, these three scriptures actually, loving the Lord your God with all your heart, it actually does have a broken down guideline, and that is the 10 Commandments, right? Loving the Lord with all your heart and with all your soul is the first 4 commandments. And then love your neighbor as yourself is the last, the 6. So yeah, if you want to go and read that Exodus 20 verses 1 to 17, yeah, you can go and read that and you can see how it aligns perfectly. So yes, guys, the commandment of God is simple, and he summarizes it in these 3 verses. Love God with all your heart. How do we love God? We make him the center of our attention, ensuring that we have no other gods before him. We do not call his name in vain. If you love someone, you're not going to disrespect their name, right? Right. If you love someone, they're going to be top priority, right? Hence, you shall have no other gods before me. If you love someone, you're not going to idolize someone else or make an idol of someone else, right? No, you're going to put all your focus on that person, and you're not going to substitute them with something that is materialistic and say, oh, I love you, so I'm going to worship this bottle, so this bottle represents you. No, the person is going to want you to love them by themselves, right? Like, love them as a human being, right? Yeah, it makes perfect sense than saying, oh, you are this bottle, let me worship you, let me love you through the bottle. Yeah, makes no sense. And then you're not going to disrespect their name, as I said before, and then you're going to spend time with them, right? Hence the Sabbath. You're going to spend time with them. You're going to take time out of your busy schedule to let them know that they're appreciated. Let them know that you recognize them. Let them know that you are there with them, and you will basically cherish them because you have made time for them, right? And then loving your neighbor as yourself, guys. The first one is loving your parents. You're going to respect their family members. I'm just trying to break it down as simple as possible for you, right? You're going to respect their family members in terms of, like, okay, spousal relationship. You're not going to disrespect your mother-in-law or your father-in-law, right? Yeah. And same with a friendship. If you say that you love this person who is your friend, are you going to disrespect their parents? No, you're not. And it's the same way, you're not going to disrespect God, because God will be their parent if they are Christian, right? And the same way, you as a person, if you say you are exercising love and you're obeying God's commandment, you're going to respect and honor your parents, right? Yeah. And if it is that you love someone, you're not going to have hatred in your heart towards them. Like, love and hate, opposites, right? Doesn't go together. So you're not going to think to kill them. You're not going to think to murder them, right? That's not what love is, and that's part of the commandment. If you love someone, spousal relationship, you're not going to commit adultery, right? You're not going to step out on your friendship or on your relationship and cheat on that person, right? That's brotherly love. That's loving your neighbor as yourself. You wouldn't want that you wouldn't want that to be done to you. So why would you do it to someone else? Get me? Then the next one is you wouldn't steal from the person. You would want it to be done to you. Don't do it to them. Simple. You wouldn't lie on the person. Guys, you would want it to be done to you. Don't do it. Simple. You see, loving your neighbor as yourself. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Your friend as yourself. Why would you lie to your friend and lie about your friend? Why would you steal from your friend? Why not just ask? Why would you basically cheat on your friend? I mean, cheat in terms of like, okay, you're stepping out of, I don't know, I really can only, I'm just going to be honest, I really can only put it to spousal relationship. So yeah, moving on. And you wouldn't think hatred towards a friend, right? The next one is you're not going to lie, right? Yes. And you're not going to be jealous. Like, if you say you love someone, why would you be jealous of them? Why? That means you don't love. If you find yourself not being content with who you are, and then the fact that this person who you claim that you love is getting things, or God is blessing them, and you're finding it hard to be content with what God has given you, but you're exercising jealousy towards them, doesn't go together. That's not loving as how you'd want to be loved. That's not loving your neighbor as yourself. Because if it is that God is blessing you, you would want that person to be genuinely happy for you, right? So simple. It's very simple, guys. That's really the breakdown of those 3 verses. And yeah, to love the Lord your God is to obey these 2 commandments. Love him with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. And loving your neighbors as yourself. It's pretty simple, honestly. And we spoke about love, how to love. Yeah. Just go and rewatch those videos if you forgot. Alright, I don't think you'd forget. It's just about 2 days later since I finished this series. So yes, guys, that's basically our encouragement for today. Love God with all your heart. If you love him, spend time with him. If you love him, don't disrespect his name. If you love him, don't worship the bottle in his stead. Don't put any other gods before him. Don't, like, guys, we can really relate all these things to a human to human relationship. It's kind of the same thing, vertical wise, right? So yeah, just endeavor to exercise these 3 verses that Jesus spoke himself, and yeah, let's endeavor to love God with all our hearts and love our neighbors as ourselves. Okay, so have a great day, guys. Bye.